They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, a young hustler. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, and I'm just seeking and searching, seeking for better ways. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me. Sorry. Close my eyes and see the game focus. Cause in the darkness where it seems that I found my lane and understand time. Like when the homie got that 60 a sentence, a long stretch. Still with you with each and every breath. Lifting weights, push-ups, trying to stay swole. Just in case one day might make parole. Last words in this letter. Keep his name in my song. BMG forever live on. Big money gripper, set folk to the wind blow. That's all you hear him say. Cause we miss you so much here today. I know it's getting hard cause the situation's tough. Even on the outside, girls looking up. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of it, a young hustler. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of it, and I'm just seeking and searching for better ways. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of it. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of it, and I'm just seeking and searching for better ways. The prophecy was clear from Tacoma to Oakland. Never follow no man and never let no man defeat you. I was going through my head low. Now Dallas, Texas, the home of state, K-Town, where we hold it down. Haven records still heated, repeatedly demonstrated on the daily. Big D slid through, slumping on that classic screw, hanging out the window, getting sideways, like it's just one of those days. Malachi was in the passenger seat, like Big Hunt was handling with it. The world turns in these days of our lives, just trying to see effective in the way it plays out. But looking for no handouts, earned everything I got. Told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, young hustler. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, and I'm just seeking and searching, for better ways. Told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, and I'm young hustling, searching, for better ways. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, and I'm just seeking and searching, for better ways. Stand persistent, got my balance, trying not to slip. They trying to tempt me way off, it's useless. Raise off them days in WA and ruthless. Learn to do my own thing, young hustler that raised up. I came in alone, knowing I'ma leave alone. A lot of us got a lot to say, but I ain't around. I guess it's safe that way, live to see another day. Hopefully they grow up before they lose their favor, cause none of us is promised to see tomorrow. I put my all to every hour, let's give it shitty bang bang. Homie, it's a G thing, if I die, show no pity, just sprinkle my ashes in a gangster city. Ain't the season when the coach to ever do it. Drop a hit every week and won't miss a beat. Till them cats run their mouths about me, keep talking about me. Thanks for the free promotions. Think I caught you like Orange Jones, walking in the rain by yourself in shame. They know my name. They know my name. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, young hustler. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, and I'm just seeking and searching, for better ways. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, young hustler. And I'm just seeking and searching. They told me hustling and macking to be the death of me, and I'm just seeking and searching, for better ways.
We up in there. We in the building. God body. Word life. None other than the Prophet Ace. We here with y'all. What's up, world? We back at it again at the Raw Truth Podcast. Doing it like no other. Got the California legend all the way down south, Prophet Ace, the most recorded artist in rap history. Question mark. Is it possible that we have today the most recorded artist? Hey, so we're gonna go all the way to the beginning, man. Hey, Caesar, man, how you doing today?
These guys been good, man. How you doing?
Guys. Hey, we're gonna say that everything today is facts, not fiction. We have, the God live in the flesh. Man. So when did you begin to record? Like, when is the first time you dropped some music or something like that? Like, when you start that?
Shoot, I'm an old soul, man. So, I'm from Northwest Side, Tacoma, Washington, Olympia, Washington, late. Man, I grew up, watching my sister do music. Really, my sister was a singer, and pretty much anybody she was doing hooks for, man, they was, probably gangsters or, some roughnecks in the neighborhood. You feel me? So shoot, I just made my way around like Little Road. You know what I'm saying? Every time she went to a studio, I was there, watching cats making beats. You know, uh, shoot, man, it came to probably when I did a talent show and I did somebody else's song, and the whole crowd was just giving me major love. And I went outside, bro, outside that school, and I literally shed a tear. And the tear was really because I got respect being somebody else. You feel me? And I was like, I love expressing myself, but copying somebody else to get it, you know what I'm saying, recognition or for them to even see you, bro. that really touched me. So you know what I mean? It was like everybody is creating a unique design. So if somebody had a story to tell, and if I was that person, then I had to tell my own story. You feel me? So doing it to music, it was just like you watch Heroes. You know what I'm saying? There's always music playing. So it's like I'm gonna get you, sucker. You say every hero got to have his theme music. So to me, every day I live, every 24 hours that the Most High give me air, I'm literally giving you the soundtrack of my walk. You feel me? Which is what I create and bring into existence through music. You feel me?
Most up. So to it, man. So what was born at?
What's up?
So where was you born? You was born in L.A.
Nah, man. My mom's and pops from the military, so I was born overseas. I was born in Germany. You know what I'm saying? Mom's and pops from Mississippi.
Wow, you was
So
born in
you know what
Germany.
I'm saying? Yeah. My family pretty much, Southern raised. You feel me?
So,
So,
hey, so
but me, I was West Coast raised. I never really lived on the South till I came, to Texas. Later on in my, when I was a grown man. So, just my
right.
first experience in the South.
So listening to that word, Germany. I mean, is it true that Germany is a German? Is that true? That like the people like is that a germ? Like is that a place where there is? I don't know. Some people say that that's the place that kind of runs America now. Like that's the place that I just find it odd. That's where you actually born from. Born from. Yeah, man, we're gonna get to it. Yeah, they call it Germany. That's why. But to get to it, so your mother and father, they both was in the military, or just the father.
Nah, this my pops, man.
Right, right. So the pops, they moved when they moved to California to the West Coast. How was you there?
West Coast, man, was a different experience. I came to the West Coast like at the end of breaking. You know what I'm saying? We literally was coming out of breakdance and man, really getting into expressing through what was known as hip hop through lyrics. You feel me? Expressing your surroundings. Your interactions in life. That's the generation I come up from. You feel me? Not making up stories to get somebody's attention. It wasn't really about that. It was just being able to express yourself because either you was bleeding inside, or couldn't find a way to cry on the outside. You did?
Right. So is music a passion of yours always, or is that something that's just something you took up like doing like how did you come
I couldn't
across?
trust nobody. I couldn't trust nobody. So I learned that when I listened to myself after I delivered and let self be free, I learned a lot from self, bro. You feel me? So when I look for something to motivate me nowadays, in my adulthood, I've been doing music, bro, for all my life. There's like not too many days I don't document my existence. That's fact. It ain't about money. It ain't about none of that stuff, bro. It's about self elevation. If I can share that with you and you get something out of it, so be it. But that's not really my purpose. My purpose first is me. You feel me? Now, if you observe and witness me and you get something from that, hey, hand off to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you were supposed to have. You feel me? But I think too many people try to own too many things before they get the reward. Put in the work and let it speak for itself. My pops, man, he knew some mix a lot. Some mix a lot was in the army, so that was pretty much the first real studio experience I ever had was when my pops took me to Mix My House. I think Put 'em on the Glass that came out. You feel me? And I had a little tape where I had did a little song, man. And believe it or not, on everything I love, it was to that Be Juicy that Biggie had, and I had did a song to that, and I had played it over at Mix-a-Lot House. Man, he let me get in the booth, and shoot, bro, that whole experience, man, was like, man, I own this. This is mine. This is not about me trying to do somebody else's or be a part of somebody else's. I'm like, bro, this is mine. Can't nobody tell me none of my shit wrong. Like, bro, I created that, man. Like, who is you? You feel me? Hey, you can have your opinion, but your opinion don't really do too much as far as me making moves. You feel me?
Right, right. So, man, that's the truth. That's true. So, besides Sir Mix-a-Lot, are there any other artists that you bump shoulders with in the West Coast coming up?
Man, shoot, when I left Tacoma, man, after I was 16, I moved to Oakland. Uh, I did a lot with a lot of, stars in Seattle, Washington, with the Supersonic. Worked on songs for them with the Street Brothers. Probably the first compilation I was on back then when the Sonics was popping, in the early 90s, you know. Uh, Shoot, bro. I went to the Bay. Shit, man, it was like I met everybody I was watching on TV. You feel me? And it was like we all the same, The Dangerous Crew, Two Shorts partners, man. The Delinquent, 415, D-Lo. These people was trying to help me get management teams, trying to help me find labels without saying, hey, here go a fee. This is what I'm going to charge you for plugging you in with somebody that can really help. The Bay really showed a lot of love, man. It was cats that would hear me at a swap meet and tell me about a compilation going on, and that compilation would pay me $1,600. Not a lot to a lot of people, but bro, just doing 5 minutes of straight out my dome, and you respect that enough to say, hey man, I want to put that out, and I'm gonna give you some money. I'm with that. Not really tripping. I got more. You feel me? You keep doing this all day long. How much money you got?
So, man, tell me a little bit about this album right here. You know what I'm saying? Like you dropped. Definitely tell you, this years back. What's the remembrance of this?
Another level, man. This was when I had like probably man my second year in Dallas, man. And the cats at the top, that's my partners, man. Confetti, his independent label is Gold Mining Records. I linked up, man, through the Most High with a lot of, talented individuals like, you yourself, can't leave that out. Knowledge is a great artist, besides the sharing of knowledge and energy, he has a good outlook on sharing life through music. You feel me? That's why we connect. But Confetti and them, man, we put that project together as like one of my first projects I was pushing in North Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Just on the street team, that was us grinding. Not no social media, trying to boost up no fake fans. It's just really, putting content back on the people. You feel me? In the community, face to face. Look, this is what I do. I believe in myself. You like it? You just ran into the truth. You feel me? We share it with each other. We helping each other. It's like how can we expect change in the community that we're not willing to show change in? You feel me? So it's like through that music push, it just showed everybody the support and the belief in self, through what we were doing as far as what people call hustle, hustle we got the trunk, whatever. But it really, the biggest part of it is really showing that you believe in yourself. You feel me?
Right. So we all know everyone in this world is multi-talented. God is the energy that resides within all. So you're saying that what's this right here, man? Like what was taking place here?
Man, I wrestled in high school, man. I was pretty nice. I wrestled all the way through high school. That's another reason I made it to Oakland. I went out there to wrestle for a college out there that my wrestling coach in Washington had wrestled against when he was in college. You feel me? So when I graduated high school, man, I kept wrestling. I wrestled in college. I did some martial arts. Always been in the one-on-one combat. All about physical fitness and mind strength. That's the main key to survival. Without that, what do you have?
Man, so as I'm looking here, I see a Norton here. Defending champion, man. Like who is Norton? Who is Norton they talking about on this?
That's me. That's I think Nero's championship tournament. I took first in that tournament, man. I was real proud of myself at that one too. That's why I still got the advantage because I remember the struggles, from neighborhood to parents, bro, to school, all them challenges, bro. That's the reason that banner's still there. I'm 50, 51 years old. That's on my wall right now. You feel me? So I keep those things because they remind me of how much we had to hold on to something. Not that you believe in, because what you believe in, you can't know it. You can't know it. So you got to know it. And I always knew I'm God body in the flesh. You feel me? And through all my challenges in life, wrestling, man, has always helped me to push myself mentally and physically. And even in both of those, bro, I've needed all of that in life, period. No matter what I've ran into. You feel me? That's why I still keep that bracket up there because it reminds me of the strength that I got to keep, not that I had.
Yeah. So we began like right there. So from wrestling, that was high school, correct?
Yeah, that banner is high school, yeah.
That was high school.
That was my,
So
that was my last year, yeah.
so from last year of high school, you graduated. What did life take? What did life take you in? Like, what did you have going on at that time of life? Like, what was you doing? What
Shit,
was
man. After I graduated, I went to Mississippi and picked cotton, bro, for like the summer. You feel me? I went to go pick cotton. You feel me? I went to go stay with my grandmother because I already knew my next trip was going to California. I was leaving Washington State, the chance of dying from these gangs and shit like that. Uh, Not really understanding how to stand as a man yet. I chose to go to a dangerous battlefield where I didn't have no parents, no family members around me. You know what I mean? And whatever I did was truly on me. You feel me? That's what forced me to survive in this world, bro. For sure.
Yeah. So as you came up, like, did you have siblings? You was in the house just you and your parents by yourself? Like, how was that?
Yeah, man. I had brothers and sisters. Uh, but everybody walks different walks. You look after people as much as you can. People separate themselves, even your own family at times. My family always been strong, man. They always been strong minded. All my family, man, is nothing but the strength that's in me. You feel me? Uh, but they're very talented. My sister's very talented. She does a lot of TV stuff. Extra on Walking Dead. She's been on Criminal Minds. She's been a DJ for Gucci Man. Uh, she's done a lot. I believe her stage name or whatever she go by is Lady B. But very proud of my sister, man.
Yeah. Shout out to sis. What's the business? Shout out to the sister, most definitely. So I mean, yeah, bro. It sounds like so. Was the environment hectic? I heard you say you kind of didn't want to be in the gang banging environment. Like, so what was the environment like? In Tacoma.
Man, it's just real life, real life, where it's just all about, ain't no questions in a real situation, in a real place that ain't about just acting and posting up conversation of, being a gangster, in a real city where it's really happening. It ain't no second guess, ain't no conversation. It's just, you here or you not. Feel me?
Shout
You
out
make
to
it or you
Tacoma.
don't.
Shout out to Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, you make it or you don't. You know, either you stand as a man or you fold as a coward. That's just what that is. You feel me? Ain't no, this ain't nobody on no shit like that. You don't survive old. So when you get tired of just moving around like that, you like, we gotta go somewhere people don't know me. I gotta go a place where I'm not used to what the fuck is around me. You feel me? And that's why the planet's so big, man. You can't be trapped in one place. I done moved all around this globe, bro. I chose to stay stationary right here in Cape Town, because I can fight my battle from every direction from right here.
That's real. That's real. But you know, I know, we grow old and we get wise. But are there any memories you have as a young person? Um, Anything as a young person that through music, kind of takes you to where the younger generation is that it can relate to what a younger generation is with music now. A lot of things have changed. So all that things that you look at, we can go back and show wisdom.
Yeah, but it's hard to show wisdom to people that ain't trying to have no wisdom at all, bro. You feel me? They look for early. You know, they used to say we were gonna die young. You feel me? If I even brought up any of my teachers, man, they probably said, you gonna die before this, before that. Shit, I think they did. You feel me? No disrespect. No disrespect. So the way I chose to survive, through these times, bro, I'm here. I survived cancer. You feel me? I done survived almost losing my leg. You feel me? Getting crushed by 200,000 pounds. You feel me? I got both my legs, no broken bones. You dig? All
Not
that shit
trying to
really
knock
happened
you,
though.
bro. We can't skip
Yeah,
over that. You said you
yeah,
survived cancer.
yeah. I ain't gonna say that. I hate to say it like that. I ain't gonna say I survived, but I had it and don't have it no more. So it ain't about surviving because I believe that I was already cured when I heard I had it. You feel me? So I don't understand that, that concept right there. But like I say, I don't disrespect nobody else that feels differently about that. But as far as for my personal walk, you know what I mean? It's like when you press against one of the heaviest challenges to yourself personally, this when you got to check yourself with reality. You know what I mean? Do you really believe there's something higher than yourself? Really, for real? Now, do you really believe that you fucked up? That's my next question. And if you is, do you really believe that if you really needed help, that person that really you think care about you would really help you and bring you out of that? Because that's what they want to do? Because it might have been meant for me to die from that. But obviously that wasn't his plan. So he wanted somebody to see me go through that. You understand what I'm talking about? So that's why I always say things that happen to you ain't always about you. Most of the time it's about people that observe you going through your trial. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. That's
Amen.
why I do music. And then they say you too old to do music. Man, I don't give a damn what you think. Hell, you might die 2 weeks from now. I don't wish that on you. But if you do, I'm still doing me. What the fuck? Think I care about some shit like that? Hell no. I do music, man, because it's therapy, bro. It's therapy. And if you're speaking about real stuff, it really can help you and to move towards and get ahead the next day if you even get it. If you get the next day. But I'm not gonna waste 24 hours sitting here talking about some girls and they behind and how much money I'll spend just to get one to get in my ride. I think that's like, come on, man, that's child's play.
That's cool, man. Shout out to the goddess Angelique, the King Ronnie, the shirt. But man, I say it's a lot of wisdom within that because due to the food and everything that people eat nowadays, bro, there's a lot of people that I wanted to go back to the cancer thing because there's a lot of people that cancer went up 300% in the society we live in now. And not too many people think with that type of fear, that type of zeal to say, hey man, it was gone when I heard it. It was out of my mind. I think the biggest thing a person can do when they hear about cancer, rest in light to the partner, Dirty Mac, man, the co-host, the broad, broad truth that I was here with for the longest. Everybody doesn't go into hearing the cancer word with that type of conviction. So I say that's big to hear from you because during that walk, he was one of the people that I even went to for wisdom to say, hey man, how did you handle yourself? How did you think about it? And I think your past to where you are now has a lot to do. There's a lot of wisdom in that. That I think through your music and a whole lot of stuff is the reason why, we had to get this interview. We had to get this interview going today. And why we speaking, because it's being said here. Yep, my daughter and I diagnosed with breast cancer 3 months apart last year. So there's a lot of people that actually hear words of encouragement or hear it like, and I think the more open people are with each other, shout out to the goddess Angelique, the more honest and open people are with each other, the more people can start looking at it with love. Like, There are people that support me. There's not people that look at it like you got cancer, it's over with. Some people say it's parasite. Yeah,
You gotta stay you. The biggest thing, like I say, man, everybody's experience is totally different. Everybody, bro. Uh, and that's why I say, for what I say, this is not towards no disrespect to anybody else that has somebody going through it. You feel me? But the only thing I can say is, whatever you're going through, the first thing you need to remember is who you was before you heard that. Okay? Don't lose that. When you start to lose that, that's when you done gave up and you started to doubt. That's all I can tell you. You feel me? So that's the one thing I had to keep to myself. Like, no matter what, bro, you know how you feel before this shit take place. You know how you supposed to feel, going through this shit, right? That means you ain't gonna let nothing change you, bro. And that's a given, bro. You ain't gonna ask for nothing that you already asked for either. You feel me? You ain't gonna do no more of that. Asking for stuff you already asked for. How many times you gonna ask help me? How many times before you need to hear somebody say, "Hey, you don't think I heard you the first time?" Maybe that's why you still going through this because you keep doubting me. Show me you don't doubt me when you actually hurting the most. Show me that. You feel me?
100.
And I think
So
that's why I do music because I hurt. Yeah,
you said why you do music work?
because I probably feel like that. My music should be already heard all over the world, so I'm hurting from that. So I say, fuck it, because I'm hurting from. You know what? Man, I don't even need none of that shit, man. Take this shit out. I'm gonna be the coldest, one of the coldest, and not the coldest, one of the coldest to ever do this thing before I leave while I'm breathing. Backwards. Anybody that doubted, all I say is let's play music. That's all. Let's not talk about it. Let's play some music. That's all.
You said
That's all I want to do.
let's go there.
Yeah, those
I
are
mean,
talking
and do you think it's true that a lot of times people music blow up? NBA YoungBoy, he's somebody who they got the world kind of like on fire, the young generation on fire. They compare him to Tupac and all these different things, but
right, right.
the music took fire after he got out of jail this time. This is when it became like a whole phenomenon. He goes to prison, he comes back out, and it's like his music catches fire. But besides that, they know him for beefing with Lil Durk. Lil Durk is incarcerated. Um, yeah, he's known a lot. A lot of the people that are known in music nowadays are not actually known for their music. So it's like we're not getting these tunes we're gonna listen to the next 20 years. Matter of fact, a lot of
Man,
artists come out. Uh-huh.
no, I say no. I was just agreeing, like hell no, man, because I saw a dude on Facebook. He was with his girl dancing in the living room, and they got this music playing. I'm like, man, hold up, bro. Before I can even get into the imagery of what I'm supposed to be looking at, and what the fuck is y'all listening to? That's the first thing came across my mind. Like, listen to this clown. And I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm just like on some real shit though. Man, listen to what this dude is saying, man. Are you fucking serious? Yeah, nah, man, I don't care about that shit. That's why I don't turn the radio on. You feel me? I don't have to exist in a time period and a space. Just because that's what you want to be corrupted with and say, this is the major shit happening right now, this is what everybody doing, okay, let them do that. I'm gonna do this cold shit over here, nigga, until the wind blow over. You feel me? When the wind blow over, nigga, I ain't gotta practice my boxing. These hands ready. You feel me? This art is crafted and mastered. You feel me? That's why I say I don't wait. I know what season I own. I know what season I own. You feel me? And when they say the world ain't ready for you, that shit has meaning, bro. Keep doing what you're doing because the world ain't ready for you. That don't mean stop. All my brothers that be doing things, man, they used to hold on to and they stop and they say, "Oh, life made me do that." Bro, don't say that. That's an excuse, man. That's what the devil gave you. Excuse. Don't do that. Don't do that. Make room for it. You feel me? It's like learning. First the books say, "He that seeks shall find," but they don't want to do that. They don't want to see. So they like, nah, you won't know everything. You know what I'm saying? That shit garbage, bro. I don't want to live like that. You feel me? So through my music, I just keep representing somebody that believes in themselves, bro, and never stop letting him lead his days. That's what my music's supposed to represent. You feel me? I lead my days, bro. I don't need your money. I really don't. I got cars. I got my own house. Trust me. Not using my music for that. You feel me? I do not need your money like that. I will eat today and tomorrow. You feel me?
Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point. Hey man, because the comment right here says, "Why should you ever give up on music when Lucifer never has?" I think that's one of the biggest things, man. We just seen Diddy go to jail. We just seen everybody selling their soul for music. I think a lot of people are being controlled through music. There will be podcasts after this podcast. We're not going to even waste a second of time talking about it. We're gonna stick with the AC. This is the most recorded artist history we got on this night. We're not gonna underestimate that. Hey man, so I want everybody to make sure that they go check out a few AC. Go check out some of his music. Um, does record himself. He's not in the industry. He never had sold himself to Diddy or he didn't change his music to fit a street profile, and he really come from the street. Like, look, let's not get that twisted. This is somebody that grew up in the times where the Tookie Williams was in LA, where the gangs really originated in California. You will actually find the person that we got here today. It's nothing that he even wants to glorify at this point in time. Nothing, almost something we won't even bring up. It's more solution driven. We want to hear solutions. We want to hear solutions on this. But I just had to put in that fact that it does come from this. Music is timeless. With music being timeless, I want to say, hey, Caesar, like, why haven't you, not crashed out with music? Why haven't you got to the point to where yes, ma'am, we did just mention Tookie Williams. For certain, definitely did mention Tookie Williams because we have one of Tookie's partners, like, right here. And we're not gonna call him, I don't want to say AC history as far as California. I want him to speak for himself on that. Like, yeah, nobody can speak better than the individual. You hear that?
You still hear me, man? Phone call that came through.
Okay. Yeah, like
I can't hear.
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, we got to go back to the 80s because the big thing with that, and saying Ace was from California, what I think is there's a lot of people that's born with brown complexion skin. And at some point, the Black Panthers were created in California. After the Black Panthers are created, all of a sudden, drugs come in the community, and all of a sudden, there's a split within the community, a divide within the communities because of the drug trade. So you have Crips, you have Bloods, all these different things that come up, but these are really factions of the Black Panthers. So with Tookie Williams, AC, they know that these gangs that they're calling now didn't start
Hold
out.
on, man.
Yeah,
I'll be right back. I gotta go in and out.
okay, most definitely. Yeah, so we know these things didn't start out. They didn't end up the way that they didn't start the way that they ended. So with that being said, um, the actual true meaning and true definition was lost, and it was given to things that didn't make sense. Like it's like giving a baby. Like you have a business, and your business is a multi-billion-dollar business. You're growing this to give to the next generation, and then um, somebody making your demise happen, and you never give the jewels that you need to give to the kids, or you never give the proper jewels to them. So they mess up the whole business. They mess up the whole business. Like everything that's been done with the gangs has definitely been bad for business. Um, LA gangs ran things better than mafias, and the government was scared of their successful business model. And there is no doubt about it. There is 1,000% no doubt about that. They ran things perfect. For COINTELPRO, there were certain organizations that it definitely threw off. It definitely threw off and it definitely derailed what the gang started out doing. It's the reason why Larry Hoover over in Chicago, why he's just not getting out of jail. They had too much influence. They had too much influence and it would have turned into something positive. But instead they used it to turn into something, you know, very, very negative. Very, very negative. I mean, but I 100% agree. But, yeah, but those gangs definitely ran themselves very successful. Hey, Caesar, we back in here, back in the business, man. But so yeah, King. All right. So yeah, brother. So yeah. So past the music and the gangs, like, why don't you involve the gangs or any of the things in the music today? Like, because I think there's a yeah. It seems like there's a big misrepresentation from the gangs and different stuff like that. So sometimes I wonder why the OGs or the people who are really from the gangs, why they don't speak out more on how the gangs really started. I think when you go to the root, if you go to the root of anything, you begin to get the truth out of it. You get the truth out, and it begins to make sense. But as long as you don't talk about the root, you have misunderstandings, and you have things go haywire. They go a whole different kind of way. But yeah, like I say, you got AC here. He's one of the most recorded artists in history. I have personally seen files where I've seen over 200,000 songs. 200,000 songs this fella has recorded. He's putting the work out there. He's definitely putting the work out there. And like I say, it's the Raw Truth Podcast, and we are back on our way. We're back on our way to the most. Put it back up, right? Good brother, what's the Biz Naive, man?
Man,
What's
all
the
right,
Biz
man.
Naive? Pop that on the head. Pop that on the head. All right. Yes. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, yes, the Raw Truth Podcast. We'll be back in here. Drop this link so we can support them. God body. God is body. Word life. Angelique is on point today. She is. And she rocking. She say drop this link so we can support it. That is what I'm talking about. Like, that's what we gotta be. That's exactly what we gotta be, man. Let's see if you're back on here. I can't even hear you now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that way. That way. I don't know what's going on that way. All right. But look, like I say, there is so much more. Yeah. We're back on here 24/7. See like this. All right. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot more, man. It's the Raw Truth Podcast. We're back in official. Gonna be better than ever. I gotta remember my partner, Dirty Mac, man. Hey, help get this show on the road, get it started. It's gonna always be remembered. Last year was a crazy year, to say the least. And I hope Angelique, wants you, your family, all y'all get better. We need as many as God soldiers to be there on the field. For what's taking place in the world right now, definitely in a different place, different day, different days, different day and time. Um, I will be holding here, God body, yeah.
And hopefully, I think I had to close all the other windows that was fucking up. I'm trying to see if we do it now. All right, you ain't did it no more. Okay. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah. So whenever the phone call comes through, it just fucks it up.
Yeah. It does. Okay. It be like that sometimes. But yeah, man, like, so all right, so we about halfway there. We got into the cancer. We got into you having cancer. Getting past that, it was beating that. So we talking about talking about you being not a survivor here. You're not a survivor, you're a victor, man. Every time I see you, it don't matter how down you get, you still up. You still up. After the cancer, man, like when did you come to Texas?
Now, I had cancer when I got to Texas.
Wow. So
First year in Texas.
most definitely. So you had cancer when you came to Texas.
I got it while I was here first year.
Wow. Wow. And you know what, man? I gotta say this because you know a lot of people. You know a lot of people in Dallas, bro. You know a lot. I mean, you can't be cancer like man, like I hate to even name drop this, but it is a drop. She say drop his links so we can support him. Drop is one of the people who recorded you a lot out here, man. Somebody that was, kind of known. So, the lineage is from Craig G's to Mo Threes. A lot of people, you come from these same exact studios, man. Same exact people. You have really been around legendary stuff. Like, and some people, legends, like, who has the most money is a legend. Who gets the most fame? This is the main reason why I wanted to interview you. I had to interview you because you're one of the people that haven't gotten their flowers while they was here. And I look at it and I say, man, this is a real individual and he's a real musician. But he hasn't had the fact he hasn't had it where nobody put a $10,000 video behind it. You ain't had the $100,000 feature. You don't work with a lot of people because you really be in your own, your own zone. I personally think it's my opinion. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I don't even know if you like working with artists. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I mean, other people bring out a lot of different things in you. That's. I just don't like bullshit artists. You feel me? Uh, I think an artist is somebody that gets to work. Don't sit there and start talking about their dreams and shit. I don't really have time to do that. That's like teasing me. I don't want to tease myself with music. I want to do music. You feel me? And I don't want to get around people that's talking money about production and selling dreams and shit, and literally ain't talking about getting no fucking work done. That's like I'm wasting my grown man time sitting over here fucking with somebody that want to take 20 days to make one beat. You feel me? And then tell you, I ain't with all that other shit, bro. I ain't never been no prostitute, and I ain't never really thought of doing it with no music. So I just keep it 100, bro. I just make good music. You feel me? I ride to it. You feel me? I got cats all across the world that'll hit me up and tell me they ride to it. So hey, bro. Like I say, if you make music, just make it and let it work for itself. You feel me? I worked around a lot of people, but they was focused on other people for other reasons. No hard feelings, may have not been the season for the world to receive a CD at that moment. You feel me? So and I've developed so much every day, bro. I make 4 to 5 songs every day. That's after I get off work. You feel me? So I'm not at home just over here sitting smoking weed and talking about nigga, I got a studio and I'm rapping every day. I got a life, you know what I mean? It's just I share my life, I don't run around the streets chasing garbage cans. I don't do all this. She gotta think, man, I ain't got time for what I do in my room, ain't your business. I'm gonna get that, but I ain't got no time to be sharing that with nobody. So, that's my life.
ACEZY. That makes you got locked in.
Uh,
No, I was saying, she said drop the link. I guess I
oh,
did drop the link here and put it in the, I'll put it in when uh, we
appreciate
finish.
it.
I'll go in and put it on YouTube. Make sure they tap in with you. But, man, there's so much to cover. So, I don't want to make don't want to make this about him and about nobody else, but Drop is a name that's kind of known. It's kind of known. What was you and Drop's relationship like?
Oh man, like I said, man, the Most High always bring me around a lot of good energy, bro. And like I always say, people gonna be at certain points of seasons in their life, bro. I don't look for people to be really on my season of life. You feel me? Just recognize and respect. That's all I look for. You feel me? I don't really expect people to be me. I don't want everybody to be me. You know what I mean? Because I love running into somebody new and get off the vibe of them, their experiences, their reactions. You feel me? That gives birth to my new story that I'm gonna share. You feel me? Or how I react to something. So, me and Drop, he made beats. He was very talented, bro. A great engineer. You know what I'm saying? But he had a lot of, he was engineering for a lot of people, bro. A lot of people. We was brothers, man. We were brothers. We was all brothers, man. But like I say, I don't expect. What DMX say, man? Expect people to be there. You feel me? So that's I count on that. You feel me? Ain't no letdown. No letdowns. You feel me? I know who I am. When cats say they, make artists and all this stuff, man, I trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Ain't no disrespect to no artist. But if you think you can make art, you show me you got the money to get the right tools, the right producers, right engineers. And I guarantee you, whoever you to put money behind, ain't no way you ain't looked at a CV's work and said that, hey, man, ain't no way I can't put double up, triple up, off of that. Come on, bro. You playing games. But what it is when they recognize that you really are thinking, man, that right there is what keeps them at a distance. Oh, he thinks for himself. That keeps him at a distance. But like I say, it's gonna come a time where they ain't gonna have no choice. It ain't gonna be their choice. You feel me? That's why I got so much work. Because when the gates is open, it's just gonna flood in. There ain't gonna be no denying that shit. You feel me? They gonna play their little 2 albums, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to prove that I'm not you. Hey, I'm gonna prove he ain't who he say he is.
Is that true that you got over 200,000 songs?
Yeah. That's most definitely true. I've literally counted. I stopped counting after 100,000 songs, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. But shit, bro. Like I say, man, every Saturday I got 22 new songs. Every Saturday. You know what I mean? And that's why I say, people say, yeah, you got a lot of songs, but you can't tell me my song's garbage. You can't tell me that. You play that stuff that you turn your radio on to, and you play mine. You tell me my shit garbage. Stop playing. Stop playing.
So you think that the same 7 songs that they play on the radio all day, you telling me all 7 of them songs are garbage? Because I literally did turn on the radio and listen to it for about 4 hours, and they really did recycle the same 7 songs all 4 hours. I was kind of shocked.
But you ain't shocked because you know who run the game. So whoever runs the game is not looking for a Malcolm or a Martin. So you know he gonna feed you everything that stir your brain up like spaghetti. You feel me? He gonna promote the hoochie mama. He gonna promote the loser. He gonna promote that guy that acts like he ain't never had no structure from a mom or a dad. You feel me? She gonna promote, even though she got kids, she gonna literally promote that she can suck a watermelon up through a straw. I'm just saying, bro. This is what we listen to? Like, come on, bro. Keep it real. I don't chase the trash, man. Damn sure don't listen to the trash music. That's what I think about it. You know what I mean?
To the radio station, they should be ashamed of themselves. That shit is true.
Hey, but I take it out of their hands. And that's why I take it out of their hands. I try to share as much as I can, but really, like I said earlier, it's not really for me to be sharing. It's really for myself. I'll be happy when I go to sleep, cuz. You feel me? I done made some hits today. You feel me? I really created some shit in my day. I said I was gonna do some shit. I completed that shit, bro. You feel me?
Great question, man. You said they don't want a Malcolm or Martin. Do you want to be a Malcolm or Martin? Would you want to be either one of them?
I'm already one. I just ain't did the ultimate sacrifice. You feel me? That's why I say we got a lot of us that like either we're waiting for some more soldiers or we literally just really trying to buy some more time because you already know what actions will bring. You feel me? When they put forth, you know it. You don't play. It's like I say with the music, don't play. Keep it real. Don't play. You know, it's like cats that told me about support. I got into it with old Dragon once before. You know, talking about black people supporting each other. You know, and I promote his little chips at my job. You know what I'm saying? So I promote his chips, and then he go back to saying, "Hey, yeah, now that because me and A's, we woo, trying to show that okay, he got another brother in cahoots with supporting him, right? But in saying that, he also revealed a lie and thought I was gonna fall in suit with it, and I had to say, nah, you ain't never supported me. I got music, and you tell me you won't put it on your page because you got certain people. Man, you tell me what I'm saying that you got people that can't hear that. You feel me? So you do got a lot of Uncle Remuses, running around. You feel me? You got a lot of them guys. So I keep my I keep my distance with them clowns. I keep my distance with them clowns. They ain't real. They spit that shit, but they really ain't for nobody but themselves. You feel me? But
That's the truth, man. That's the truth. Is there anybody out here in this world now that's not for self? Now, like I say, right here, we're about to start opening up and doing the most selfless actions that you could possibly see. This is a promise I've been making to myself. I know for a fact to do great things, you can't worry about being liked. And that's the one thing it's 100% out of my mind, but I don't care about nobody, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do certain things to make sure certain people don't like me, brother. Yeah, like soon as we get out this one, I'm coming back. Say what?
But you can't expect to be held for what you say to me though. That right there is a given. You feel me? When you say something to me, trust me. You ain't finna tell me you ain't said it. Hey, bro, I'm not gonna play with you, but I will hold you to what I know you said. You feel me? See, I don't really care nothing about all that. But when you try to talk to me as a man and then lie in front of me, I don't do that, bro. I don't do that. I run with soldiers. I don't run with no marks, bro. The marks will run off when some shit pop off. I don't need that. You know what I mean?
That being said, man, we have here most recorded artists in music history. I don't care what people believe. This is true. I know the world doesn't. We ain't Lil Wayne and all this, but hey, Market Ace, for surely. Hey man, I done been around most people. I done been around. Man, it's not a single artist. Mr. Pookie, shout out Mr. Pookie. Went to school with bruh. Like, I record myself. Never in my mind or imagination. I tell y'all, like, I'm not knocking myself as an artist. But however, I kind of be on this perfection stuff. Hey, season, he gonna go in there and put down what he went through during the day. However he feeling it with it, he gonna put it down. He gonna move to the next. And me myself as an artist, I've learned more about continuing and keeping stuff going. I get more done and more recorded when I'm around Ace than anybody I've been around in history. And it's just like a feed off of the energy. He can feed out my energy, I can feed out his. It's something to give there. A lot of artists that I know, they feel uncomfortable if I come around and record as an artist because they know they're not going to take that in depth. Yeah, I've been ready to be talking about the markets, Malcolm and Martin and all that. Yeah, I don't record because I know if I record too much, I'm going to say exactly what's going to take me down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just kind of quit recording because, yeah, I know. Once you're so honest and you get to a certain place, but it's like, what do we have to lose at this point? You talking about government shutdowns, with people worried about food stamps. Everybody's worried about what could happen, and a lot of people willing to die for nothing, but nobody's willing to die for something. It's the craziest stuff in the world. People will openly smoke blunts, sell drugs, talk about spending and killing on music. But then if you say, hey man, just tell the truth, they get to talking about who's gonna come do what to them if they tell the truth. I mean, it's the most. Hey, I don't know. Sometimes I do. I think we living in the we living in the matrix. Like we living in an unreal world, unreal society, whatever which way. But it's that time to make a change. Like it starts with me and you. Like it starts with the people that's out there that's ready to do something different. It's ready to hear something different. No, I would love to be in the studio recording music, man, but I refuse to be in there pushing my heart out for stuff that people just don't want to listen to. Uh, they rather listen to somebody sitting on somebody's face, making somebody throw up, and an artist that talk about spinning and killing, and then they go tell them the whole camp, everybody who was doing stuff, they go tell them. As soon as they get pinched, they go tell them everybody. And that gangster stuff, man, that's out of there. It's out of there. There are no true gangsters and all that. I ain't seen none of these people who talk about doing all these things threaten nobody but civilians. Or even if they do, you know, rest in peace. And I say, I'm not gonna go there on this segment, but man, Mike Wells, bro, you got a hell of a one coming for you. A hell of a one coming for you. Hell of a one coming for you. We're gonna remember you, bro. We're gonna get the people that killed you off the streets. Guarantee you. I don't care if people like it or not. None of that for real. Yeah, so if you had anything to do with Mike Wells, I advise you get off social media very soon. Cause yeah, I got something coming, and now I think it's coming right when we finish. Hey, CZ, man, I'm not trying to, yeah, bro. Hey, CZ, I'm not gonna do that on your thing right there, brother. But man, we're pushing out here, man. What would you like to say to the world, man? In closing statements, what would you like to say, bro? Like I said, you're one of the most appreciated artists I've ever seen in my life, bro. You're one of the best artists I've ever worked with. I'm gonna give you flowers right here. I'm not gonna wait till something happens. You're one of the very few people that I can say, man, that yeah, nobody that I know, bro, that I love. I'm gonna tell you, I love you right here, man. Shout out to my pops, man. Shout out to my dad, bro. He had a birthday, November 14th. King, I wanted to I called him to say happy birthday, and I wanted him to send me a picture so I could put stuff out. But however which way, I heard he wasn't feeling well or whatever, whatnot. But man, happy belated birthday to my pops, man. One love to you, God, body. But hey, CZ, man, like any closing statements?
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. All I can say, man, is really whatever you believe in, just keep believing in that. Don't ever stop expressing yourself. Growth is something we all have to have every day. If you stop growing, you must be dying. You feel me? Must be dying. So don't ever let nobody tell you you won't know everything. That's somebody telling you not to look. So your best bet is to take a peek. You feel me? Take a peek. Take a peek. Music is the expression of your soul. Allow your soul to speak. Like I was telling my bro a minute ago, if I was in my 50s, man, sitting here talking about chasing females and dope dealing and killing somebody, bro, I'd be looking at myself like, man, you must be out your mind. You know what I mean? Like, what is you doing? You feel me? But when I know through the lessons that I share through my music, I literally can wake up the next day, listen to my music, and literally elevate myself. So, like I said, whatever you're doing, see what type of impression it gives on your personal self first before you introduce it to the world. If you feel good about it, share it. You feel me? Don't matter what nobody says. Share it. There's somebody else around the corner that might have needed it. You feel me?
Hey, CZ with the closing statement, man. Like once again, drop it out like this here. Man, I want to say thank you to the God for pulling up on the Raw Truth, sir. Um, going each one teach one, build and heal, whether it's like Malcolm, Martin, and all the other prophets. You can't expect to hear them on Radio 1. You can't expect to hear them on K104, 97.9 The Beat. It probably won't happen because he's not going to do music that just fits a narrative. He's not going to do music. I've never heard him do music. You know, I've even tried to say, see, man, do a song about, spinning, man, just go off. Just, hey, wake up when you in that I don't give a fuck mode and just, hey, let them have it just like that. Be like, nah, man, I don't make music for people. I make music for what I'm really going through, for what I'm really living. A real life artist who wants to paint the picture of what his eyes see, not what people want to do. You know, and most people do. They lose and they get caught in a zone of wanting to do what's wanted of them. And that's the thing, when you have a mission, you do what you call for. You're a vessel. You know, our names are written in the book of life. Our names are written in the book of life. Not on the ID card. No, not a verse to, not something that says, hey, you're this person. No. God knows your heart. He knows your heart. So with that being said, AC, man, one love to you guys. Like, we appreciate you putting up, man. You'll definitely help our show. You're an integral part of everything we do, bro. Yeah, like I say, one of the realest human beings I know for a fact. Like I say, that 200,000 is not a cap. Bro has over 200,000 songs. Realistic. Realistic. So hey, if you're a label, A&R, or somebody you need, you know what I'm saying? You need a older gentleman that you want to press that can knock them songs out and get them going. Hey man, y'all make sure y'all holler at AC. Y'all shit. Let the deal do whatever. Hey man, yeah, shit. Hey, that'll definitely get it rocking. With that being said, y'all could have been anywhere. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world. But y'all was right here with us. And one love. Keep the focus steady. Hey, we out here. One love. All right.